Hey guys, Hybrid here with a very awesome character bios, in my opinion, because it's a character I really like. And a lot of people like this character. He's going to be in the upcoming Captain America movie, and it is the Winter Soldier. So, this one actually had to do a lot of reading on, because Bucky is one of the oldest characters Marvel has under their belt. And by that I mean he's been around since the Captain America days. So, he's basically since the 40s, I guess it's safe to say. Since the 40s, the character's been around. Now, he hasn't exactly been around, quote unquote, like regularly since the 40s. He went through that period that a lot of the characters went through where they're absent, but he did come back in a big way. And obviously, if you don't want to know who Winter Soldier is before you see the next Captain America movie, this will be it will contain spoilers because I'm covering his origin. So yeah, but anyways, people that are interested to actually understand how he became the Winter Soldier, I'm not going to say who he really is yet. Uh, Go ahead. So, the origin. James Buchanan Barnes was born in 1925 during the very big Roaring Twenties era. His mother died while he was a kid, and his father died during a parachuting accident. It's very sad, obviously. His father was in the military, more specifically the Army. James became a ward of the state at Camp Lehigh. He then became mentored and cared for by his father's friend, Major Sampson. Major is his rank, by the way, just in case you're wondering. His first name is not Major, it's just his rank. He essentially grew up there at that camp, but after getting into a fight, and he's around a teen at this point, like he would be, I guess, technically classified as a teenager. But after getting into a fight, James was sent to England for special combat training with the United States military and British SAS forces. After training with them, he returned to America as a new partner of Captain America called Bucky. A lot of people don't know this. The original origin was that Bucky accidentally found out that Captain America was Steven Rogers, and from there he joined him, etc. That's not true. That was a cover story the government made up, because really what Bucky did was he was a covert agent going on darker missions for the United States and the Allied forces that Captain America couldn't do due to the public image he had. They don't go into that in the Captain America movie. At least I don't think they do, or they don't even hint at it either. Really, they just kind of skip that stuff out. But originally in the comics, Bucky was a much more darker character than many people might think. So Bucky stayed with Captain America throughout essentially his whole career during World War II. He even joined the Invaders, which, speaking of which, the new Invaders series coming out soon will have Winter Soldier in it, so that'll be pretty cool to see that. But in late 1945, they attempted to capture Nazi scientist Baron Zemo. That might sound familiar because he's a very reoccurring Captain America villain. And that plan failed. Now, Zemo launched a drone with a bomb in it, which Captain America and Bucky go to disarm. And in the process, Bucky gets stuck trying to disarm it, and it ends up exploding. You know, in the infamous scene, this is when Captain America goes into the water, but Bucky is thought to be dead due to the explosion. Now, in the waters, Bucky was actually found, instead of being, dead, he was found in critical condition by Russian Colonel Vasily Karpov. I think that's how you say it. I hope I pronounced that right. But anyways, this man puts him into cryogenic suspension. Now, a few years later in 1954, Bucky was revived and given his trademark cybernetic arm, which, as you can see there in that picture, is pretty awesome. He was brainwashed by the Soviets to hate the United States while also receiving other mental implants, which will obviously mess with him later on when we get to it. But when not needed for missions, he was put back into cryogenic sleep. Now, I also want to say he went through much more training as well, becoming one of the most feared assassins on the planet. Now, throughout the next few decades, like I said, he conducted many assassinations throughout the world, usually very high-profile assassinations that other people couldn't do just because they were so high-profile, and anyone else would have failed in that, either being caught or not doing it with the same finesse and precision that Winter Soldier could. Eventually, he started showing minor mental instability, causing him to be used more minimally. A lot of it due to the mental implants eventually kind of getting all messed up. And yes, I understand I misspelled mental. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, typo. But anyways, during the early 1990s, Winter Soldier was sent to kill the Red Skull for the Cosmic Cube, which obviously gained interest from S.H.I.E.L.D. And obviously, more modern adaptations, as time will go by, they'll say, 2000s or 2010s, but for now, it's the 1990s. This also got Captain America's attention, because, Captain America is now revived, who quickly investigates the scenario and deduces who the Winter Soldier is. And the two former partners soon get into a fight until Captain America is able to take the Cosmic Cube and use it to restore Bucky's memories, or Winter Soldier's memories. Bucky, Winter Soldier, same person. With this, it's all kind of a little bit too much, and Bucky goes underground. Just kind of really to cope with all the grief and basically, that's a large amount of memory coming back to you. So that's a pretty overwhelming event for someone. And obviously, there's more history to it, but this is basically going into who Winter Soldier is today. He goes underground eventually, just to kind of summarize it, because I didn't make a slide for it. To summarize it, he comes back, becomes a good guy, becomes Captain America a little bit, but this is Winter Soldier's origin. So this is really all you really need to know to understand the character, so you could go pick up his series and be good. So abilities. The Winter Soldier has longevity, is a master combatant, assassin, marksman, spy, acrobat, is in peak physical condition, and also has a bionic arm that holds many abilities. Now, to get into the longevity, essentially the Winter Soldier has something called the Infinity Serum. It's very similar to what Black Widow and Nick Fury have, which essentially extends their lifespan. So it's pretty cool that they have that, on top of the fact that he was frozen for a long time. So yeah, I guess Bucky's pretty, fortunate. Also, he's a master combatant and assassin. He was trained by, like I said, the United States military, also the British SAS, alongside being trained again after he essentially lost most of his memory by the Soviets/Russians, to a point where he became the most feared assassin on the planet, essentially. People like Black Widow were very scared, and people like her even said, he is one of the most dangerous people on the planet. So he's not a force to really be reckoned with. Spy, acrobat, he was trained highly in both of those fields. Peak physical condition, I don't think I'd really need to explain that much, but in case I do, he is in peak physical condition. I don't know how much else to say that. To go into his kind of cybernetic robotic arm, because I know a lot of people are interested in that, it has superhuman strength. It's able to lift, I'd say, no more than a few tons at the most, and that's under a lot of stress, but it is much stronger than obviously a regular human arm would be. Also, it's much more durable. It has various sensors on it, so he can use it to essentially scan objects. It's very customizable, theoretically customizable, as it is a cybernetic/bionic arm, so it's not an actual part of him. He can extend the arm's reach. He can emit an energy pulse from it, like an electrical energy pulse from it. Also, electromagnetic pulse for electronic devices to kind of disable those. So it's pretty cool. He has a lot of features with it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the bionic arm in the Captain America Winter Soldier film. But, in comics, that's really all the uses he uses it for, like I just said. Now, recommended reading. Obviously, I recommend Captain America the Winter Soldier Ultimate Collection, which features the return of Bucky as the Winter Soldier. If any of these if you could buy any of these, I recommend you buy the first one listed there. Also, Captain America number 11, Captain America Volume 5, issues number 20 to 50, which feature the Winter Soldier heavily in it. Winter Soldier Volume 1, which is his own series, so obviously I recommend you buy it. Captain America number 1 kind of goes into Bucky more, so it's not like definitive Winter Soldier stuff, but more Bucky stuff. Also, Invaders number 1, and obviously I put in parentheses, all new Marvel now, because that's going to have the Winter Soldier in it, so it's bound to explore, since most likely, I believe it's going to be coming out around the time the movie comes out, so they're going to put obviously a much more heavy emphasis on Bucky and Cap to kind of capitalize on the movie. Check that out too. I'm prophesizing that they will go into the Winter Soldier Cap's relationship, dynamic, history, etc. more in that series. And that's really it. I hope this character bio has helped you guys understand the Winter Soldier more, his history. I hope it interested you guys in the comic book version of him, because obviously the movie version won't be the same. At least not 100%, maybe like 70, 60, 80 at the most. So go check out the series. Ed Brubaker obviously did a fantastic job bringing the character back, which is why he has the kind of cult following he does now. So go read that. Really recommend the reading. If you really want to, read the original Captain America comics, which he was featured in as Bucky. And yeah, I hope this helps you guys. This is Hybrid, and I'll see you guys later.